Shein.
Over the past 2 years, it seems like the only thing anyone can talk about is Shein. And for good reason. With insanely low prices and nearly 3,000 new designs being added every week, it is no wonder that the business has exploded, reportedly bringing in an estimated $10 billion in 2020. The store seemed like it was too good to be true, and it was. Shein has faced a multitude of allegations over the past couple years, with the biggest of them being their violation of human labor laws. A recent documentary went undercover and exposed the truth behind these rumors, finding that workers were expected to produce around 500 garments per day and work up to 18-hour shifts. This was coupled with the fact that each month they are only paid around $550. With my recent transition into college, I have encountered more and more people who use Shein in order to keep up with every microtrend that seems to pop up every month. This has presented a difficult situation that I don't exactly know how to deal with. On one hand, I enjoy the company of my newfound friends and don't want to cut ties with them, while on the other, I dislike what can feel like their purposeful ignorance surrounding the shop. In an effort to resolve my feelings, I decided the only way I could continue was to confront it, or more specifically, them.
I have heard the allegations that Shein has against them about the child labor and the disgusting stuff that has happened. People probably keep shopping there because it's cheap, and even though places like PacSun and Urban are quite expensive, even though the quality of Shein might not be that great, but PacSun and Urban still probably pay people minimum to make the clothing. So many things that we have are from China that are probably made by close to the same people or people in the same situation. And we feel no shame about other things. I don't know. I feel like it is not really controversial, but it's just a problem that kind of just are yeah, it's happening. Fast fashion just isn't something you can get away with. Shein just does it cheaper.
This entire video is about Shein, right? Mm-hmm. But it's more specifically about me not really liking Shein, but being friends with people that buy from Shein, mm-hmm. and kind of morally dealing with that. Because obviously, I love hanging out with you guys, and I think you guys are all great people. But I don't totally like the fact that people buy from Shein, mm-hmm. because of those allegations. So I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with that. Did you have any friends in high school where you're oh, I don't totally agree with what you're doing, but I'm not gonna
oh yeah
stop?
There have been times where a lot of my guy friends have just said things out of pocket, things that I don't really agree with people being different races and their political views on things, and I'm just okay. And that's when I just kind of shut up, and I'm just whatever, what I say is not gonna change their mind or their opinion.
As people, do you think we hold that responsibility to call them out, or I'm so bad at it.
I feel it depends how morally wrong it is.
True.
If you are going around saying how you hate Jewish people, yeah, that's wrong. You're gonna face consequences for that. But at the same exact time, I feel buying clothes and hating Jews are two different things. So
it seems as though the only thing that I truly resolved from this interview was that I am a coward. While I did try to explain my viewpoint, I never truly was able to say, please stop doing this. I let her excuses pile up while I watched on in compliance, unable to explain my own thoughts. Does it make me a bad person that I don't stand up for my beliefs? That I can let things that I don't agree with happen right in front of me because I'm too scared to do anything? I sit there like a doll being dressed up, letting everyone around me control my own life because I too am playing along. In some sense, I have to agree with my friend in understanding that there are different levels of morality that can be broken. But how do you decide where your line is crossed? Where you can no longer forgive? How do you decide when you become a coward?